welcome back to Fun with Nails. My name is Tina Dougherty-Stokes, and welcome. Thank you for joining me. So this week is Pet Week. So as you all know, I have my two cats, Milk and Tang, who just turned 2 years old last month. So I am going to kind of do a mani inspired by them. So I'm going to use Watermelon Session, which I used last week. So I'm going to use that one again because my two babies are both girls. So I figured I'd do pink. And I'm going to use Party Paws, which came out last year and then it sold out like super quick. And I know that because I was a stylist, but I am no longer a stylist. But I happen to notice that it is on the website right now. So if you really like this set, better get on there and grab it. So the other one I am going to use is Friends Furever. And so this one's got puppies and kitties on it. So I'm going to use the kitties. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of mix it up a little bit, get some little footprints and little fishies. Those are so cute. So let's get started. First, I'm going to pull out the sets that I need from Watermelon Session. I love this pink. It's so pretty. So I'm going to use both of these thumbs. And then that one's my middle. That one's my ring. That one's my index. And my pinky. And the last mani that you saw me do using the flowers, I just took that one off right before I came on here. I cleaned up my cuticles and did my filing, applied a base coat. So I am using the Nail Aid Total Cure 9-in-1. So I'm going to get these applied except for my thumbs. And everyone that commented on hoping that I kind of get out of my little funk that I was in, I am feeling so much better. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all the wonderful comments. I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with the weather. Our weather is finally starting to warm up. Let's see. I believe we're supposed to get 50 today, but very cloudy. It's supposed to stay cloudy, but at least it's warm enough. I can leave the door open. The cats are enjoying it, getting a little bit of fresh air. And yeah, so I think it's getting better. Things are getting better. Now this week, let's see, the next couple of days, we are supposed to be partly cloudy. And we are supposed to be, I believe, mid-50s to lower 60s most of the week. So that'll be nice. I think Thursday and Sunday we're supposed to get rain. And then I think we might be going to see my brother-in-law is in a band, so I believe we're gonna go see him play this coming weekend. And it is also his birthday next Monday. So I need to go buy some Mother's Day cards, some birthday cards, because my youngest son on the 13th of this month turns 28. So I need to go get him a card too. And then Mother's Day cards from my mom and my mother-in-law. So I got some shopping, a little bit of shopping to do. Besides a few things that I need to go get for the cats. Milk and Tang, I usually give them, they each get about a half can of wet food each morning, and then they get a quarter cup of dry food each night. And I've got quite a bit of dry food, but I need to go get some wet food. Only got a few cans left. So, almost lost it. So I need to go pick up some wet food for them. And I have a few other little thingies to do yet. Been wanting to get some of those bucket, or they're kind of like baskets that Dollar Tree carries to do some organizing, like in my laundry room and my bathrooms, and just little organization things. I'm really in the mood to organize. I just really want to organize my house. And I live in a trailer home, and it's a single wide, but it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And it's just me and my husband and the 2 cats. So I set up for the cats to actually have their own room. They have the smallest bedroom, which I know a lot of people are like, what, your cats have their own bedroom? Yes, they have their own bedroom. And it actually works out pretty good, because with being in a trailer home, there's not a whole lot of space. So with them having an entire room, I have 2 very tall cat trees in there. And then there's a litter box in there. They have their food station is all set up in there, and they have a water fountain in there, and they have a small toy box in there that's got all their little toys in it. Plus they have some of their other fun stuff that they like to play with in there. They have this circle thing. It's pretty big, and then it's got a track around the outside of it, and in that track there's a ball, and they like to bat that around the circle. But then in the center of it, it's got cardboard, like a scratcher type thing. Tang really likes that. Cats like either vertical or horizontal type scratchers. Tang really likes the horizontal type, and Milk really likes the vertical type. So Milk's always scratching on the towers, and Tang likes scratching on that I think it's like a turbo something or other. So Tang really likes that. So we have two of them. We have one in their room and then we have one out in the living room. And they really like the one out in the living room because the ball in that one, it lights up. When they bat it, it lights up. So it's really neat. I'm trying to think where I got that at. I believe I got it. Did I get it through Chewy or did I get it through Pecco? One of the two. And they really like that one. So they play with that quite a bit. They got one of those floppy fish too, which is funny because my mom had bought it for my brother's cat. Well, my brother's cat would never play with it, and he knew that I had the two cats, which they were still kittens at the time. And they just went crazy over it. They just love it. So they really play with that a lot, as long as I keep it charged up. They play with it so much sometimes I get tired of listening to it flop around, so I just leave it for a while and then I'll go and charge it up for a treat for them, and then they're back at going nuts over it again until it dies. And then let's see what else has been going on. Not a whole lot. It's been kind of quiet. We didn't really do anything over the weekend. We stayed home quite a bit. We did go grocery shopping. We ordered in some taco pizza from Godfather's Pizza over the weekend. Oh my God, it's so good. I love Godfather's taco pizza. So we had that over the weekend. We watched some of the Twins baseball games. And the two games that we watched, they won. So that was fun. I really want to use this one because Milk loves playing in the blinds in the living room. Okay, so let's just pull these out and figure out what ones I'm going to use where. This one's super cute. I want to use this one. So this one's going to go on my thumbs. And I'll use this one on my middle finger. And actually, no. Let's use, I really like that one. That one's cute. Okay, so let's do this one on my thumb then. I can do both of them actually. Do one on my right hand and one on my left hand. And then we'll do this one on my pinky. And then that puts, that one's going to be in my middle, this one there. And then so let's do this one. There. Because I'm going to use just the kitties. All right. Ooh. These are so dang cute. so cute. So I'm gonna cut a little higher on this one because I want to keep the name. So what I'm gonna do is I'll seal it here, and then I'm gonna do this, because then I can cut off some of this extra. There, got a little packet. All right, let's break these ones down. There. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Cut a little high. Party Paws are so cute. I'm just sealing off to the side here if you guys can't see me. All right, let's get these started. All right. The little paws are so cute. Get off of me. Adorable. Adorable. Tang's in the kitty bed behind me, giving herself a bath. I don't know if any of you have longer haired pets. Something that I should have started like when Tang was a baby, when they were babies. Because Tang is kind of on the longer hair side. Should have started with brushing her fairly often, which I didn't do for quite a while. I've just more recently got into brushing her, and she's gotten to the point that she does, for the most part, enjoy it. But when it comes to kind of brushing out any tangles in her backside, she just absolutely hates it. She just hates it. And so it's like I gotta go in little spurts. Go in spurts throughout the day, because she does have a small mat on the back of one of her legs. So I'm working on getting that out, because I don't want her all matted up. And it's one of the saddest things I have ever seen. I have seen pictures of matted dogs, and some of them are just in horrific conditions. And I'm like, I never want to see an animal go through that. I would never let one of my animals get like that. Tang's got a little mat, probably about that big. I mean, it's not very big at all. It's something that I can have taken care of before the end of the week. But it's just, it's a slow process with her because she thinks she's a queen and that everything needs to be done her way. She's a spoiled, rotten cat. But I do take care of them very well. Obviously, because they have their own room. They're spoiled. They're like my little children. Especially now since my bigger children don't live with me. So now I got my little babies. Oh, those clear covers are so staticky. And I want, because I know Taylor has a dog. One dog, at least. I believe she has 2 dogs. Oh, my ring light just went out. And I will link her below. I know Marie has 2 dogs, I believe. Heather has a dog. And Stacey has a cat. Tartar. And I don't know if Amanda has any pets or not. But I will link all those ladies below. Adorable! Loving this. So these ones I'm going to use just the cat end. Nothing against dogs. I've had dogs. When my ex-husband and I, when we were together before we got divorced, we actually had 3 cats and a dog. We owned our house. We had a huge house. We had 2 empty lots that were all fenced in. So we had a ton of room for a dog. And she was a Rottweiler and yellow lab mix. Mostly, you could definitely see the yellow lab in her. So her name was Reba, and the 3 cats that we had were Roscoe was a black and white tuxie. We had Daisy, who was just a couple weeks younger than Roscoe. She was a gray tabby, which we got the 2 of them at the same time. We rescued them from the Humane Society, and we had my kids named the 2 of them at the time. They were big into watching the Dukes of Hazzard, so that's why they ended up with Roscoe and Daisy. And then we had went to see my sister-in-law at the time. She was living in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So we went to visit her, and we had talked about wanting to get a pure black cat. And she said, well, I know this lady that's got kittens, and I believe one is all black. So we went to go meet this lady, and sure enough, she had an all black cat or kitten, and we got her and my husband decided to name her Sassy. And I tell you, oh my goodness, she was a sassy kitty. Very sassy. She didn't care for me much because when we first got her, the lady told us that the kitten was 8 weeks old. Well, we took her to the vet when we got home because I think it was a few days after we got home. Took her to the vet because I could tell she was congested and everything. And the vet told me that the kitten was actually only 5 weeks old. So she had given me some kitten formula and an antibiotic to help with the upper respiratory infection that she had. And for the life of me, I could not get my hands on any kind of bottles to like bottle feed her. So what I ended up doing was I took the syringe that she had given me for the antibiotic, and I was feeding her with that just to get some nutrients in her to help her fight off whatever it was that she had, the respiratory infection she had. Besides giving her the antibiotics, and then she got over that, and we got her feeling better. And during all this time, we were keeping her separate from our other 2 cats. And then finally, we got her all well, got her fixed. All of our cats were fixed. And then she got older, and then we had gotten our dog, which cats weren't too happy about that, but especially Daisy. Oh my gosh. Daisy just absolutely hated the dog. So we actually, with being a 2-story house, I ripped the tip a little bit. With being a 2-story house, it actually worked out pretty good because we ended up training the dog to stay downstairs, and Daisy would stay upstairs, and the other 2 cats just had full run of the house. The only time Reba went upstairs was if we didn't get her kenneled before a storm. She had this thing with the throw rugs. She would just put them into a big pile and stick them in the middle of the floor. It was crazy. So if we didn't get her kenneled up before a storm, then she would do that. So she would go upstairs and get the rugs out of the bathroom, and she would stick them in a pile. And then if we needed to bathe her, because we only had one bathroom and it was upstairs. So that was the only 2 times that Reba would go upstairs. She was like 63 pounds. She was a big lover. She loved attention. And the kids adored her. They would take her outside and they would play in the yard, and I would take her on walks, and the kids would go with me, and that fun? And we are almost done with our Manny for Pet Week. There we go. Got Watermelon Session, Party Paws, and Friends Furever. So that's going to be it for this time. And you all have a great week. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.